Let's have a play with the 113 ScrawlrBox.
Hey Scrawlers, I'm Kat from ScrawlrBox and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to get to grips with some of those tips and tricks as seen in the 113 ScrawlrBox zine. Why was that so hard to say? Anyway, let's get into it.
A little reminder of what was inside this ScrawlrBox. A set of Faber-Castell Creative Markers, a white POSCA pen, a UniPin Fineliner, Scrawlr sticker, smooth white card, and the artist print, as well as the Scrawlr zine. Each zine contains tips and tricks from the featured artist on how to use these supplies. So let's give them a go, shall we? And I'll be using the card as featured in the box. It's a lovely smooth white surface for these markers. I've got my palette, water and brush, as well as a ruler, pencil and eraser. Also prep myself a little pre-drawing sketch reference. I'm going to attempt to do a bit more of a doodly style like our featured artist, starting off with drawing a little background, using that jam jar lid to make a rounded edge. Worked quite well here. I just need to finish off the sketch and we're good to go. First tip, add water. Scribble on a palette with your creative marker and add your water with a wet paintbrush. Then you can paint this onto the page. This creates a more transparent finish to your ink. It dries down to a more watercolory type finish. Great for adding in tones to create more depth, and obviously the more water you add, the lighter the finish. I'm not being too precious about where I apply this, as I'm going to go back over this with the markers once it's dry. A quick little scroll at your lovely work while I wait. Everyone's take on this prompt has been really different. It's really lovely to see. Some people have even used these pens on ceramics. All good stuff. On to our next tip, which is layering, because these pens all layer beautifully. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I'll be using a mixture of the UniPin and the Creative Marker in black. I'll be using the thicker nib Creative Marker in the larger areas and the UniPin to fill in those tiny bits. I'm going to fill in all of the background. It's definitely best to do this while it's dry so you don't get any unwanted smudging or bleeding. I wanted to add a little bit of colour, but within the same tone. So I'm going to add a bit of blue into the black that's already there. This creates a really nice shade of dark blue. Perfect. It's easy to mix a whole host of colours by using the palette and a paintbrush. You don't have to make a darker tone of blue, I just decided I liked it. Again, not being too precious, as I'll be neatening it up by going back in with my markers. One quick note, make sure you erase those pencil lines because they're hard to remove afterwards. Onto the POSCA. Quick pump and a quick shake and this ink should be nice and activated. We did activate the pen before, you can see that in our unboxing video if you'd like to. The paint in these POSCAs is super opaque, so they layer over that black with absolute ease. At the beginning of this, I did say I was going to do a bit more of a doodly style. It didn't turn out that way, so I guess this is my version of doodle, which isn't doodle at all. But I guess that's the joy of these art supplies. When they're yours, you can use them however makes you happy. I want to add another little bit of colour, so I'm going to use a pen to make a little border with a bit of mark making. I'll use little dashes with this purple pen. Mix up the way you hold the pen if you want uneven lines or just a different effect by thinner and thicker lines. I've opted to go for an even pressure to get the lines as formatted as I could. I also cut back into that moon using the UniPin, which has worked wonderfully here.
And there we have it, the 113 ScrawlrBox tips and tricks done. Get a little arty at the same time. These supplies are loads of fun to play with and they layer beautifully. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a little like. Until next time, keep scrolling.
Thank you for watching. Hope you found this video useful. And if you made it this far, give us a little moon emoji. Bye!